motion to dissolve this council and stop that. Part of that feeling I'm talking about has some weight. I wrote a little thing so I wouldn't forget that I didn't read it. Jared Olson and Mike Bowerschmidt are the people that got me to have a business plan, to buy a building, to push this forward, and they both resigned. I don't know why they both resigned, but it happened right after the last meeting. And with those people gone, yes, there is community support. Yes, and I chose my words wrong. The community does want this, and they are behind me 110%. I don't see a possible way moving forward being in this community, and I mean in the downtown area with the downtown rules and where we want to be. I just don't see it possible there. I came to the meeting because I looked you in the eyes and I said I would, and I did. And I gave it a shot, and I wanted to hear what it was, and the anger and the attitudes and everything is the same as it was a meeting ago as it was a meeting ago before that. The stuff that I get told then after meetings or that we've discovered in the midst, that all weighs on this decision and saying, it's still a great idea and it still should be there. It's just, all of that stuff put together makes me not want it to be there right now. There are other cities that have bent over backwards and got me all the information I needed without even asking. And I'm still here trying to prove myself to you guys. And maybe I did a really crummy job in the beginning. That's fair. But I'm sick of just proving it and proving it and proving it. And maybe after this I'll find out that that was really dumb and I have to prove it again to somebody else. But at this time, at this place, this project is not going in that building downtown. The building can be, we can go to the planning commission, we can come up with a nice use for that building. We can make downtown still nice, but this project and that paperwork is not going to go in the building.
To the city of Caro, the people of Caro, the support was fantastic. The people on the city council, when it first started, the 5 people that voted it down, the first time they voted it down, they knew they were going to vote it down. There was backroom dealings, there was backstabbing, there was lies. And to the city council people that did that, I'm glad he's leaving. And you guys can just stay here and waller in your swill.
Business spotlight. Had no idea that the preacher from the Blessing Center was going to be here. There was lies at that meeting when asked how he found out. There was no straight answer given to me until this last meeting when there was 2 council members going back and forth. They had discussed it. It was known before our son walked into this building that night that so many people were going to vote no on that council. Because there was the preacher that was invited, which came out later. I want to thank the people. We had an envision downtown community, opening businesses. You see it back on the streets like when I first moved into this town 40 years ago, and there were shops, Sheridan's and Jenks and this and that. There was downtown development. I mean, Friday nights, that's where it was to be. We tried. He went to meetings with the state. He went to meetings with architecture. He went to meetings. So when you sat here and said, well, he wasn't prepared. What was he not prepared for? The completeness of it? No, it's step by step, state and federal law. Step by step. Why would he plan something 10 years? And you keep, Mr. Rickwell, bringing up about this outside. There was talk about trucks on the road. Excuse me, M81, the last time I looked, is a state highway. But yet, because he wanted to bring a business in, there was something spoke about trucks, too much trucks. I'm behind beet trucks all the time. I'm behind Coca-Cola trucks, Pepsi trucks, because this is a state highway. There was nothing but negativity brought up the very first night. And the public wasn't there. They didn't hear all this. We as a family heard this. And then at the next meeting, because it was announced that you guys, 5 of the council members had turned it down, then the public was aware of it, and then they came to support Scott. But they were not aware of what was gonna go down that first meeting. And I'm sorry that I didn't know, and you folks didn't know.